Yeah, that's the minutes and stuff is stuff that's out of my hands. So as far as my part, I just control what I can. So like when I come here, I'm always ready. So whenever they do call me, I'm not just like I want to be ready to go from the jump. I don't want to have to get warmed up or something. So I just keep my mind ready to go, and I really expect them to call me. So when I come in, I'm ready. Even if it don't happen, I'm still ready. So I'll be ready when they call.
You too, man. What's going on? It's LNH back with another vid, and today, man, again, Gelo is going through it once again. He just had an insane game where this dude went off and finally got back on the court, but then things took a turn for the worst. Now let's get down, break it down, get right into it, man. If you do like these type of Gelo vids, love these updates, make sure to like the video, but let's get into it. Now, of course, Gelo Ball, we've been following for a minute now. This has been playing in the G League. These recent games has been not getting a lot of playing time, but recently he had an excellent game where this dude actually scored 14 points and went 6 for 8 from the field goal. It's little to say he was doing his thing out there, was playing very well, and we finally got to see him get on the court, actually get some playing time. Now, with that being said, he only played 15 minutes in this game, but scoring 14 points in 15 minutes is telling me one thing. This dude is very efficient on the court. Now, you guys know minutes can vary. Coaches sometimes can play you a lot, sometimes not play you a lot, but if you're still able to produce that much with a small amount of time given to you, I think this can only really positively impact his game moving forward and how much playing time he does get moving forward. Now, everyone thought this would finally be the end of him not getting a lot of playing time, and there's definitely been a ton of theories as to why he was not getting on the court. Some people thought he was getting used for views, other people had different stories, but it's definitely interesting to see how he played so well that game, and then all of a sudden his next game right after that he had 3 points, 3 rebounds, and only played 7 minutes. 7 minutes for a dude that's probably averaging a ton of points, or potentially could be averaging a ton of points if he was just given a little bit more time, and yet you leave him on the bench and don't want to play him. I think at this point it really makes no sense. Now, during Gelo's 14-point game, he even had the opportunity to score even more points in the third quarter, and this dude was open a ton of times, but it seemed like once again his teammates were not passing him the ball. And this has been a reoccurring theme we saw previously, even in Summer League, when it looked like his teammates really just were not trying to give him the rock, not passing him the ball. It looked like maybe something else was going on that team. Maybe they were jealous of Gelo getting all the shine and all the notoriety, people just talking and watching and viewing him. And it really seemed like his teammates were, you know, quote unquote, as everyone was saying, icing him out. Now, when he gets more minutes, we clearly saw, and when he touches the ball, what happens? He's able to go out there and perform under that high pressure situation. And he could have even probably had 10 more points. A lot of comments were even stating this once if his teammates were actually giving him the ball. Now, even in the 14-point game, Gelo looked a lot more aggressive. I really liked how he took to the other people who were defending him. He was not afraid to put the ball up whatsoever, and they actually won the game, which I think this is a clear indicator that if Gelo plays, they're more than likely to win games, so why not keep him on the court? And it really just makes me question what's going on with the coaching staff once again. Now, in my opinion, I think Gelo deserves to play a ton of minutes every game, probably even more than what he's getting right now, because he's sitting on the bench a lot of the time. If we even look at it, whenever he's gotten few minutes, this dude has found some way to impact the game, whether that's steals or rebounds, whatever time that he gets, and even playing defense as well. This dude shows up consistently on the court, and I think he makes a positive impact wherever he does show up. So when you give him more minutes, give him more time, I really think that this dude can make more of an impact. But then it's making me question, is Charlotte really the right place for this guy? And what really makes no sense is, you guys know, initially what did Charlotte do? They pretty much secured Gelo, didn't want any other team to have him, but now that they secured him and have him, they aren't going to use him. What type of sense does that make, not using the hooper that you wanted to secure and clearly went after, put him on your squad, but then just didn't play him? Now, some people were saying injury, there was a ton of speculation, but in my opinion, if if he played that 14-point game and played those minutes, I really don't think he's injured. It's more than likely something going on with the coach. Maybe he just wants Gelo to earn it. A lot of people are even stating that this is the type of earn it culture that they want to instill in Gelo and really see what he's made of by not giving him a lot of playing time or giving him less playing time. And I think this could be a big factor too. If you think about it, throughout this dude's entire career, he has grinded for the spot that he's gotten. Think about all the places that he's been, all the situations, and it was never really handed to him. This dude had to work on his craft just like anyone else to get to the top. And I think in this case, it's just another obstacle for him to overcome what he's going through. And these coaches are making him earn his playing time. He's not just going to walk onto the team and get more playing time. And I think in the long run, this can positively impact him once again. If you build this never give up mentality, which he already clearly has instilled into him, I think especially at this level, when you're playing in the G League or even the NBA, there's nothing that's going to be able to stop him once he starts really getting that playing time consistently and officially earns it on the court. Now, LaMelo Ball and Gelo even reacted to what was put up here, and I gotta say they were both hyped on Instagram. Now, LaMelo Ball reposted it with a couple of his famous emojis, and then of course Gelo reposted it as well. And I think, man, things are finally starting to turn around according to that game. But again, it just seemed like the next game right after he scored 14, they were not trying to play him and really put him on the squad. And I can guarantee that there's no way that more than half of that team is better than Gelo. If we think about it, every time again he stepped on the court, he's been consistently impacting the game in a positive way. And I definitely think we have to take this into account. Now, a lot of people were stating that the biggest problem with the G League is pretty much every man is in it for himself. You guys know when everyone goes to the G League, what is their main goal? It's try to get to the NBA, try to score points, try to be effective on the court, and really make your way out of the G League. And the problem with this is that when you're on a squad like this, no one cares about the team whatsoever. Since it's all about I and the individual, people are going to go out there, try to score, try to do their thing. And why would they want to pass the ball to you if they know that the only way they're going to get to the next level is by scoring and making their personal impact? And I think once you have that type of dynamic, it can really cause the team to lose games and people to be selfish on the court because it's all about I have to get mine, forget about the team. And I think this can make a toxic environment and even a toxic team, especially for the G League. Now, of course, this does happen in the NBA, but you have guys in the NBA that you're just not going to be able to overshadow regardless of what you do. And then in this case, I think Gelo just being on this team, there definitely is that type of factor where everyone's trying to get theirs. And I think, again, jealousy plays a big role here because people look at Gelo, all the attention and everything that's going on with him. And man, you can't tell me people aren't jealous with all the clout and fame he does have. Now, some people think Melo may actually end up leaving the Charlotte Hornets if Gelo is not getting this type of playing time. They think that if Gelo is basically they're treating Gelo like dirt, why would Melo want to stay with the organization? And honestly, I think potentially it could happen, but right now it's too early to decide. I think it's so early in Gelo's career, just Melo making decisions based off that. But you guys know Melo's a bucket out here. I think he could be successful on a lot of different teams, but I would say right now, as of right now, I don't think Melo's going anywhere. We're definitely still just waiting to see how Gelo moves on the court. But again, if one game he scores 14 and plays good minutes, and then the next game he doesn't play that much again, 14 points, and then only plays the next game playing barely any minutes and not scoring too much, man, I gotta question the coaching staff, man. I'm wondering, again, if something happened behind the scenes. A lot of people think Gelo is gonna leave. Even LeVar hinted at it too, that Gelo may be leaving, going somewhere else. But you guys know it's always hearsay. Someone is always spreading rumors. And I guess only time will tell if one, Gelo gets more playing time, and two, is he going to leave this squad? Some people think it's time to. Honestly, I don't know if that's the right move for him yet. He may just want to stay on one squad and develop a little bit longer before trying to move to other teams. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Free Gelo, let him get more playing time. What do you think about his excellent game that he played? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you like this video, sub to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. LiAngelo.